Hello, Taurus, and welcome to Bunny Cat's Oracle. And for those of you who are returning subscribers, welcome back. It is great to have you here. I'm going to get started with your December 2020 tarot reading, and my apologies for being a few days late this month, but I have had a very, very busy couple weeks. Surprisingly busy. We are in lockdown here, but doesn't feel that way. So before I get started, I would like to do a prayer, a non-denominational prayer. So whatever you believe in, I am praying for you, praying for your safety, for your loved ones, for your health. I pray also that you're being gentle with yourselves, with everyone you meet as well. And I pray that all your best wishes are coming true. I ask the universe to give us only the best messages that the Taurus collective need to hear. So let's get started. So whether you're a Taurus sun, rising, or Venus, this reading is for you, or for anyone who just wants to spy on my Taurian friends. I'm going to put those cards right back in. I'm using the Cat Tarot again this month at the request of one of my Taurus subscribers, Ali Lexa. So this is for you. You wanted more cats? You'll get more cats. So what do we have for Taurus for December 2020? As usual, if you want to skip the shuffling and get right ahead into the reading, I will put the timestamp for that down below in the description box. Otherwise, feel free to stick around. For Taurus, please, for whoever felt the need to click on this video today. One more. Here. All right, here we go. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Let's make these nice. Let's look at your present energy here, Taurus. Ooh, we've got the 3 of Swords. We've got the 10 of Cups. We've got the 9 of Swords. And at the top, we have the 2 of Pentacles. So, some of you are juggling 2 responsibilities or 2 people even. We do have the card of heartbreak in your present, followed by the card of happiness, which is the 10 of Cups, followed by the card of anxiety, which is the 9 of Swords. So I feel like you guys are maybe going through some growing pains. For those of you who are in a new relationship, it's like, one minute you're like, I don't know, I'm being so careful, I can't say the right thing, and then the next minute you're heartbroken, and then the next minute you're happy, and then you're like anxiety. So what is going on, Taurus? I feel like, with the 10 of Cups here, it's like all this other stuff is not as important. It seems almost irrelevant. It feels like you're just kind of testing the waters, you may be getting to know somebody and you may be like so enamored with them that it's almost like everything, every little thing that they say and do has this like major impact on you, almost like you could be overthinking everything, it's like when you have a crush on someone and you really put them on a pedestal and you overthink every text that you have and you're like hanging on every word. And I'm kind of getting that impression. Like some of you could have been dealing with an actual betrayal, but I don't really think it's that big of a deal. I just feel like you're so wrapped up in someone right now that it's like they just seem to hold so much power over you. They've really got you like overthinking everything. So if that applies to you, you guys are going to have to kind of relax a little bit, because 10 of Cups is the happiest card in the deck. And this is really about having it all and feeling really, really at home with your family and very much in love. So try not to overthink things this month, Taurus. This could also be about your work though, like not necessarily to do with your love life. If that doesn't apply to you, what I said earlier, some of you are just having some anxiety about your work, feeling like, it's just tricky. It's tricky, right? Like you're kind of just having to be extra careful this month. You're having to kind of balance things. You're being careful what you say, being careful what you do. You could be, your work could be causing you more anxiety than usual because of the pandemic and like this increased need for safety and, disinfecting. And that could be kind of what's affecting you this month. So it could be that your work is bringing you more anxiety than, you would like it to. But at the same time, your home life is like really good and is bringing you a lot of comfort, So it's like a little bit of this, a little bit of that, win some, lose some, But overall, really lovely. Let's look at your recent past, and we'll get more on the present later when we see kind of what cards are around this, and we can look at the bigger picture. We've got the Page of Pentacles, we've got the Tower, we have the Nine of Wands here, I believe. Yes. And we have the Queen of Swords at the top. Wow. Okay. So I can't help but feel like you may have taken a stand for yourself in some way. It may have to do with your work, something to do with your work, something kind of shocking. Either something has fallen apart in your work, or you are shocking some people in the way that you've kind of stood up for yourself. Like you may have cut someone off, or you may have even, like, some of you may have refused to go to work, or you may have said, like, look, like if this happens, I'm not coming into work, or something like that, right? Like the Queen of Swords is someone with very, very strong boundaries, and someone who is usually shown with a sword. This kitty cat does not have a sword. She's just chilling on the couch, but she does have some claws, right? So it's like, do not cross me, I will scratch you, like that kind of vibe. But it's also just about like sticking up for yourself, making your needs known. So there could have been some sort of shocking development to do with your work. This is the card of not giving up, though. So I don't really get the impression that you guys have necessarily like quit a job suddenly. Maybe some of you have, but I feel like for most of you, you've just sort of made your needs known, You may have asked for better treatment, or you may have like let somebody know that you are prepared to walk if XYZ kind of happens, right? Some of you have gotten some really good news that may have been shocking. Page of Pentacles can be a message about money, and it would be really good news, right? And it could have been something shocking. But either way, this Nine of Wands here, it's a card of like not giving up. It's a card of the wounded warrior. It's like this person has built this like, boundary here, and he's just going to keep working. He may be a little exhausted, but he's going to keep going, kind of thing. So which is why I say I don't really feel like you guys have quit a job, or like, necessarily, been fired or anything like that. It seems like you've kept going, but there is some sort of shocking development going on here. Somebody may have fallen off a pedestal as well, too, like somebody in your life, if that's why you're feeling a little heartbroken in the present. Somebody may have really shocked you with their actions, and you may have had to cut them off. And it's not necessarily romantic. This could have been like a friend, or a coworker, or just someone who, has upset you a little bit. It hasn't completely knocked you off track. Like I said, you're still going with the Nine of Wands here. There's this, feeling of not giving up, and your home life is looking really good with the Ten of Cups. But somebody has surprised you, or you have surprised someone. So let's see what else is going on here in the near future. We have the Two of Wands. We have the Seven of Pentacles. We have the Eight of Cups, and we have the Page of Cups. Wow. Okay. So you may have an admirer in your midst, Taurus, and you're probably going to be getting a message from them. Now, whether or not you act on that, that's something else. There's a work challenge here with the Seven of Pentacles, and there's a need to move outside of your comfort zone with the Two of Wands. You may be kind of pressing forward with some sort of project you have work-wise, or like even a creative project, even like a side hustle that you're doing, and you're just kind of pushing it forward a little bit. Again, maybe feeling a little nervous about it. May also be feeling like, is it worth it? Should I keep doing this? Like, when we get to the Seven of Pentacles, it's like you've put in a whole bunch of work already, and you may have started to see some rewards as represented by the treats that have come out of this little treat ball here. But you know that there's more treats to be had. You're just kind of wondering, like, do I keep pushing this ball around to get more treats out, or do I just call it a day, right? And I feel like you are going to be, continuing with whatever this is because you want to get all of the treats, right? All of the rewards. But there is a feeling here of either feeling a little bit maybe emotional, like some of you could have been feeling a little depressed or like a little bit knocked off track somehow, whatever this Three of Swords is representing, like it may kind of just be in your mind space that's affecting you a little bit. For some of you, this is like too much drinking or smoking or kind of abandoning your responsibilities. Like there's a lot of dishes in the sink here. And for others, it may be that you're actually really wanting to leave a situation. That the Eight of Cups can be about a journey away from an emotional situation. So for some of you, you could be actually thinking about a breakup, like leaving one person, and you may be encouraged by the fact that you have, at least one other admirer around you. For others, this is just about your emotional space and just kind of having to deal with a little bit of negativity, and might need to just be aware of your thoughts and of what direction they're taking you, and ask yourself, is that helpful? Is that the direction I want to go? Like try to kind of separate yourself from your thoughts. You are not your thoughts. They come and go and they happen. And the more awareness you can bring to them, the more you can kind of steer them in a positive direction, right? I find myself saying this again and again on the channel, that Eight of Cups is universal energy right now. I keep seeing this card again and again in all of the readings that I do. And I feel like it's just because that's where we're at in the world. With the pandemic going, a lot of people are feeling a little depressed, feeling a little trapped, maybe eating too much, drinking too much, smoking too much. They're just trying to cope, right? There's a feeling of like escapism, and it's not the healthiest place to be, but I wouldn't beat yourself up too much about it. It's just about bringing some awareness to that and seeing if you can replace those habits with something positive if they are affecting you negatively. Enough about that. Let's look at what's motivating you this month, my Taurus friends. We have the Five of Wands. You definitely have a competitive edge about you. We've got the Three here at the Major Arcana, the Empress card. This is your card, by the way, the card of Taurus. And we have the Knight of Wands. Wow. Okay. So you definitely have a competitive vibe about you. So this is interesting because you're not known to be like the most competitive sign, but I feel like you want to show people what you're made of, right? Like you do have this challenge here with the Seven of Pentacles, and I feel like you want to take it on. It's like you want to kind of prove yourself, and you want to show the world what you got. You're feeling really very much in your element. Very happy at home. Again, with the Ten of Cups here in your present, like the home life is looking really good. Probably looking really attractive as well. The Empress is known to be very beautiful, very feminine. Even if you're a man, you could just be looking very attractive to other people, right? Really enjoying what you have. This is a card of abundance. So you may be wanting to protect what you have, and you may have some people at home, or maybe even just a pet, or several pets. Whoever it is that you're looking out for, you're feeling very protective of them at this time and wanting to make good decisions that have their best interests in mind, right? The Empress is like the queen of all queens, right? So like the queen mother, in a way, right? And so she's looking out for everybody's needs, not just her own, but it's a really lovely, abundant energy. We also have the Knight of Wands at the top. So if this is your energy, it's about picking up speed, doing things really quickly. The quality of the Knight of Wands is fast. Okay. This is the Knight of Fire. Very, very fast moving energy. Really. And again, with the Five of Wands here too, you've got this fire about you and wanting to kind of show people what you're made of. For others of you, if this isn't your energy, you could actually have someone on your mind who has captured your imagination. The Knight of Wands is also my player card. So if that is the case, if this is, for example, when you get this Page of Cups, this message about love, if it is about this Knight of Wands type, so which would be typically a fire sign, so Sagittarius, Aries, or Leo, just be careful because the thing about the Knight of Wands is it's easy come, easy go, right? Like they'll disappear just as quickly as they arrived. So I would say if you are thinking about a new romance, or if somebody is trying to distract you from your current relationship, like give them time to prove themselves. Don't just let anybody in like too quickly, because you could find yourself getting burned Or you may have already been burned. Like some of you may have dealt with this person recently and they're still on your mind. And that's why you would be here in the Three of Swords position. This card is so funny to me because the Three of Swords in the Rider-Waite Tarot, like we usually see a heart with like three swords going through it. And it's like kind of painful and awful to look at. And here we have this cat that's just like taking a bite out of your heart. And like, it's just like this rascal tomcat, right? And it's kind of funny and it's kind of cute, but it's like, damn that tomcat, like it's always coming around taking a bite out of my heart. Like it is kind of adorable, but also painful. And that's why it's making me think of the Knight of Wands here. Just that like charming player type that it's like, better, that you should know better. And like, you shouldn't fall for the charming types, but you just can't help it, right? Like they're just so cute. So beware of that. That may not apply to everybody here, but something to keep an eye out for, Okay, let's look at what's hidden to you. Oh, we've got the Four of Wands here. So this can be something further out in your future or something that's hidden. This is something that you can't see right now. Oh my gosh. And we have the Ten of Pentacles. So this is looking very, very positive. We've got the Page of Swords. Okay. So somebody is spying on you. Somebody is very, very curious about you with this sneaky Page of Swords here. Definitely very, very curious. And now we have two pages. So could be somebody young, like a youthful type of person. Could be somebody who is very wealthy with the Ten of Pentacles. For others of you, like this is something that could be coming into your life. The Four of Wands is like a promotion. It can be a marriage. For some of you, this can represent a marriage, literally. Like somebody is spying on you who literally wants to marry you. For others, it can be a promotion. It's like moving up a level in the world, being seen in a better light in your community, being taken more seriously for what you're doing. So I really love this card. Very, very positive. Whatever aspect of your life it applies to, it's seeing you coming into a new level. And it's, again, this is the line of things that you don't see. So it's just something that's going to catch you by surprise, right? It could even be, for example, like for those of you who are maybe doing something online, like on Instagram or on YouTube, maybe something that you do goes viral and you may attract the attention of a sponsor, for example, right? You could be making a lot of money. The Ten of Pentacles is about all the treats. It's also associated with family money. So again, you could be dealing with somebody coming from a wealthy family, but hopefully this is about your energy, about you coming into some wealth unexpectedly. The Moon card is here. So you need to be very careful whom you trust. Not everybody is as they appear to be this month. You're not seeing everything exactly as it appears to be. You need to really follow your intuition and listen to your gut. And I feel like I've told several other signs that today. There's a full moon at the end of the month that corresponds also with the Great Conjunction. And I'm not an astrologer, but there's a lot of interesting things being said about the astrology of this month with this Great Conjunction. And then there's also a solar eclipse, like I think a little bit earlier in the month. So that might be something to listen to if you're interested in astrology. There's some really cool astrologers on YouTube as well. I'm not an expert, so I probably shouldn't have even brought that up. But maybe, like look around the end of the month when the full moon happens and kind of be aware of people who show up in your life around them and just keep your eyes open. Maybe this Page of Swords will make themselves known. Let's look at some advice, and then I'm going to get some clarifiers. There's a lot going on here. We have the Star. Oh, wonderful. And we have the High Priestess. Wow, lots of major arcana here, my Taurus. And we have the Chariot. All major arcana here. Wow. Okay. So it's interesting. I was just talking about listening to your intuition because the High Priestess here is showing you very, very intuitive this month. You are like working on some new dream here. And with the Chariot, like this is the card of victory. It's saying go for it. Like follow your dream. Like even if this seems really kind of silly or, outlandish, like I think that you are on the right track and you just need to go for it full speed ahead, right? With the Chariot, like push forward, go after that dream, make that dream come true, spill that water on the ground. It's an interesting version of the star, but this is all about like recovery after chaos, dreams coming true, having hope for the future. And again, this high priestess here, this can be about secrets coming out as well. Somebody very, very intuitive. It's like if somebody is trying to trick you, for example, that Page of Swords, a sneaky person, I think you're going to see right through it. It will be coming to light. Just keep your eyes open, use your gut. Very, very interesting and very fortuitous, Taurus. Okay, let's see about some clarifiers here. I'm kind of interested to know how you could be happy and sad at the same time. Does that mean something to you guys? I'm going to get some playing cards here and we'll just see where they fall. I'm just going to kind of randomly shuffle them and we'll see what comes out, okay? Oops, okay. Like, that's a lot. I don't know. Do I want to take all those? Oops. Okay. I don't know. That feels like I just placed it there with my hand. I'm going to reshuffle. We'll see what else happens. Okay. All right. Okay. And then at the bottom, we have the 5 of spades. So I feel like, okay, now we have 2 5s here. Yeah, some of you may have like gotten into a kind of fight with somebody. Like you may have some jealous people around you, or you may be fighting even like with a lover. It may be just that, you know, you have the love of your life, but there's been a little bit of friction. You may have been spending too much time with them in the same space. So 5 of clubs here, excuse me, would be equivalent to the 5 of wands, right? It's like the card of sibling rivalry. So it can represent people who are, you know, jealous of you or just like competing with you. It's not like a big deal. It's not a major arcana card. It's just kind of like the little, you know, disagreements and kind of competitive vibes that can happen between people, especially young people. But, you know, with the 10 of cups here and the 3 of cups, I feel like it's either somebody in your family or it's somebody you're romantically attracted to. So again, not attracted to, but like connected to, right? So it could be somebody you live with and it's like you spend so much time together that you just like fight a little bit. And that might be why you kind of start off in the present a little bummed out. But overall, it's like you're very in love. You're very happy, you know? You may just need a break. You may just need to go for a walk or just like remind each other that, you know, you love each other and you don't want to fight. And maybe you just need to kind of do different things for the night, that kind of thing, right? Like, I don't really think it's a big deal, but just a little bit of tension there that I'm sensing. Okay. And then here, these 3 cards all popped out sort of in between the Tower and the Empress and the 9 of wands. We have the 10 of diamonds, which is the 10 of pentacles. We have the 8 of clubs, which would be like the 8 of wands, and the 9 of spades, which would be like the 9 of swords. So then we have wealth, communication, anxiety. So I can't help but feel like maybe there was a conversation about money, maybe with a lover, that has you feeling very, very anxious. It's almost like, because we have the 5 of clubs here and we have the equivalent card, the 5 of wands here, right? And it's in your line of what's motivating you and also kind of the recent past. So this may have been something that already happened. It could have been an argument about money. There could have been concerns about money or about like who's making the money. It may be that you're making more money than your partner this month. And it's this kind of causing them to feel a little bit jealous or maybe feel a little bit inadequate, and it has caused them to kind of act out a little bit, like maybe for some of you. Either way, it seems like there's some anxiety about this, and I feel like the anxiety is more about how the situation has played out, like how this person has reacted, more so than anxiety about money. Like, because you do have, you know, the 10 of pentacles here, as well as the 10 of cups here, as well as the Empress card, the abundance. So it feels like you're doing really well and you don't have to worry about money. And I hope that at least that applies to you, that you're in a good position. But for whatever reason, there's just some difficult conversations and some kind of maybe like there's been some kind of shocking, outbursts, maybe to do with your lover or somebody else in your family. And that may have caused you some anxiety, but luckily that's in your past. So you know what? I'm not even going to focus on that anymore. I feel like I've said enough, if that even applies to you. We have the Two of Hearts here in between the Eight of Cups and the 10 of Pentacles. So again, something about love has caused you a little bit of distress, a little bit of emotional distress. But like with the 10 of Pentacles here, it's like saying there's really nothing to worry about, really nothing at all. It just feels like the quarrels, that happen between lovers who are together for a very long time and spend a lot of time together. There's always going to be challenges. Like a marriage is never without its challenge. It's always work, and you have to kind of, commit and just work out your issues. And so maybe some of you have come into like a little bit of a bump in the road, but I feel like all is well. And for others, like, for those of you that this applies as in like you leaving a relationship, you may be leaving one relationship and moving into something else that's like a much, much better situation for you. Almost like, ending one thing and moving into another thing. But I feel like for most of you, it's just like, just ironing out a few like wrinkles in your current relationship, which looks really, really good overall, right? But it could be like a little bit of a stressful month, or you may be coming out of a little bit of a stressful period. We did just have a lunar eclipse. Again, with the astrology, I shouldn't be talking about astrology because I'm not an astrologer, but from what I do know from my layman's understanding, eclipses tend to be about situations ending in your life. So maybe somebody left your life, right, suddenly, or you could have had a falling out with a friend, or there could have just been some tension, right? Like around the eclipse, like in your relationship. So you may just be kind of like recovering from that. But then you've got this wonderful vibe here with the Four of Wands. You've got the Jack of Diamonds. By the way, this would be the Page of Pentacles card in the tarot. And then the Ace of Spades, which would be like the Ace of Swords, right? So generally the Jack of Diamonds is good news about money. And then the Ace of Spades is truth. And it could be a good truth. It could be a painful truth, but it feels like it's positive, like something is coming to light and it's like good news. Like you may be learning something. I think I saw earlier here, there was like some sort of secret that's going to come out this month. So be open to that. But I think there's going to be very, very good news. Somebody has something to tell you that's going to make you very, very happy because it's in between the Four of Wands and the Star. It is going to be something unexpected, right? With the moon here. Pay attention to details. Keep an open mind. This could be really cool. Like it could be some sort of advancement or like a promotion or somebody wanting to work with you, to like sponsor you in some way or have you represent them, or somebody even like offering you a job. Like for those of you who are job hunting, this would be really positive because it would be somebody offering you a job, and it's something that feels like it's in line with what you want, right? Like in line with your personal truth. So this is really, really positive. Career-wise, incredibly positive. Let's see what else we have here. Looking at the bottom here, I don't know, my mind keeps coming back to this Nine of Swords here because I don't feel like I've really explored it too much, but 2 9s back to back, right? So it's like, and then you also have 2 10s. Some of you are at the end of some sort of cycle in your life and are having to kind of like finish up and get it over with. And that may just be causing you a little bit of exhaustion. Like that could be what this is all about. And others of you, like it's like you're having a little difficulty sleeping. But with the 2 9s and the 2 10s, it's like whatever cycle it is that's ending in your life, it will be over soon and you'll be able to restart a new cycle. And with this Chariot here and this Star, like it feels like you're heading into a very, very positive time, and a time in which you're being seen in a really great light. With the Chariot, it's all about victory and it's about pushing forward with your career, feeling really super motivated. and people seeing you as victorious, right? Making your dreams come true. So if you're feeling a little bit exhausted right now or anxious, just try to take some deep breaths. There are plenty of really great meditation videos available on YouTube as well if you need some help, sleeping. You may want to read an uplifting book at night instead of watching bad news, like that kind of thing, right? Try to just chill yourself out because it's all looking so incredibly positive for you. And you just need to keep focusing on your career and on those positive projects that you have been working on that are getting people's attention. It's all good, Taurus. Okay. Try not to worry. I'm going to get some animal cards for you to close out this reading. Let's see. Oops, the spider came right out. Okay. So you are weaving some sort of web. I don't think I've ever pulled this card before. That's crazy. I've had this deck at least a year now. I've never pulled the spider card, like ever. So I get the sense it's like you're working on your master plan. You probably have more than one thing that you're working on in your career. I get the impression you have at least two things, or maybe even like more than two things, like there's sort of a main career and there's a side project. Maybe there's another side project, but it's like it all comes together. It all weaves together. Like maybe it's that the people that you work with day to day are really interested in your side project and are helping to push that forward, or your clients are somehow, helping to bring you more attention to this other thing. But everything that you do is connected now, and everything you've done in the past is somehow connected to your future. And you may be weaving this web that's going to catch you like a big juicy fly. Right? That sounds disgusting, but if you're a spider, it's delicious, right? And so there could be something really wonderful and really abundant coming in that's going to make you very, very happy and look really good in your bank account later this month. And hopefully that applies to you. I like it a lot, Taurus. I like it a lot. So take some deep breaths if you're feeling anxious. I know it's not the easiest time, but you're good. You're set. You're on the right path. Get some sleep. Try to go to bed early tonight. I hope that helps. I hope you found this reading, if anything, at least entertaining. And I want to thank you again for joining me on the channel. And I hope to see you again really soon. Until then, take very good care of yourselves. All the best.